Hello there. Today we're going to do a facial. And I've already got my hair put up. Here we go. Alright, are you ready? Okay, now what you do, here, get you one of these. Have that ready to wipe your hands off on here. Here's something dry and then there's something wet.
Okay.
And today we're using the Freeman Feeling Beautiful Facial Peel Off Mask. And it's cucumber. Because cucumber is cooling and soothing. And I love the smell of it. Here, I'll do you first.
So cold. I can't open my eyes. Okay.
Oh, there goes the four-wheelers. ATVs, what have you. Now I'm doing mine. Woo-wee. This is fun stuff. Y'all should try this at home. One of the most notorious man-eaters is Burundi's gustive, who is what kind of creature? A lion, a crocodile, a tiger, or a wolf? A lion. What kind of creature? I'm going to say a crocodile.
Yep.
Okay, let's see. We're going to... war...
Ooh.
U.S. presidents.
Hollywood.
We'll do U.S. presidents. How about that?
Okay.
Harry Truman went to bed on election night in 1948 believing that what man had beat him? A. Dwight D. Eisenhower, B. Strom Thurmond, C. Wendell Willkie, or D. Thomas Dewey?
I have no clue. C or D?
I want to say Eisenhower, but I'm probably wrong.
C or D?
Thomas Dewey.
It was
Upon returning to D.C. 2 days after his surprise win, he was handed the Chicago Tribune that had read, "Dewey defeats Truman."
Okay.
Oh, see, he had the play. They thought that Dewey was going to win over Truman, so they made the headlines like that, and it was false.
Writer Penny Johnny Cash's classic poem, "A Boy Named Sue." A. Dr. Seuss. B. Ronald Donald. C. Shel Silverstein.
Silverstein. I'm going to say Milne. Milne? I'm going to say D. A. Milne.
Nope. D.
I'm going to say D.
Wrong. It's C.
Silverstein.
Cash heard Silverstein sing in a party and asked her permission to sing it for the San Quentin
Prison.
That's what I thought it was, but I wasn't sure. Prison inmates.
She reads at a 5th grade level.
I'm at 6th grade now.
She reads at a 6th grade level. Okay.
5.9.
I don't know. I guess I've been out of school too long. All right.
San Quentin prison inmates. It was an instant hit.
It was an instant.
Do me Hollywood.
It was a rock. Well, you know what? You can't get them all right.
I know.
The purpose of this game is to learn things.
I know. I want to do a Hollywood one.
Hollywood. Hooray for Hollywood. Okay. In what decade did the iconic Hollywoodland sign drop its last 4 letters? A. 1920s, B. 1930s, C. 1940s, or D. 1950s? 1940s, you're going to say?
Wait. 1940s and 1930s.
1940s, you're absolutely right. It was shortened in 1949. The sign is purportedly haunted by the ghost of a starlet who committed suicide there in 1932. Ooh, that's sad, dude. That's sad. When you are vain and you go to Hollywood as an aspiring actor or actress and you don't win the roles that you want, it affects you and you get depressed, man. Because you're vain, and you need to get over it. I'm not talking about you, I'm just saying in general. People that are vain. I mean, yeah, you try to make yourself look nice, and you have confidence in yourself, but don't let your ego overtake you. Because ego's ugly. Okay.
Okay, I'm going to do man-made disasters. At what kind of event were 169 people killed in an infamous 1944 tent fire in Hartford, Connecticut?
Hartford, Connecticut.
Hartford, Connecticut.
What was the question?
At what kind of event were 169 people killed in an infamous
An infamous 1944 tent fire in Hartford, Connecticut.
A wedding, B, high school graduation, C, circus, D, church reveal.
That's revival. I'm gonna say C, circus.
Yep, you're right. The Ringling Brothers Burnham and Bailey tent was coated in paraffin and gasoline. Paraffin and gasoline, making it fireball waiting to happen.
Wow, that's disgusting. Okay, we're gonna do war.
Oh no, I'm not.
Which Confederate general had 30 horses shot out from under him during the Civil War? Wow, that's a lot of horses to have shot out from under you. And you don't die in it? A, Robert E. Lee. B, Nathan Bedford Forrest. C, Stonewall Jackson. Or D, J.E.B. Stuart.
B.
B, Nathan Bedford Forrest.
Yeah.
You saw it when I flipped a page, you cheater. You never would have guessed that.
I might have, seriously.
Nathan Bedford Forrest. He also killed 31 men in hand-to-hand combat, prompting his remark, "I was a horse at the end." Okay.
Okay, this one should be easy for you. Economic questions.
Okay.
How much did the average loaf of bread cost in 1912? A penny, B, a nickel, C, a dime, or D, a quarter?
1920? 1912. It cost 29, or I can remember in the 60s it being like 19 cents a loaf, and then it went up to 29 cents and people just had a fit. So I'm going to say 10 cents.
Nickel.
I almost said a nickel.
Almost
only counts in hand grenades and horseshoes.
The average income in 1912 was $1,003. The average house set for a family.
Yeah, why don't you do that? Why don't you do that?
What?
I'm sitting there watching you. You're about ready to go like this. And rest your hand out.
I know.
Rest your face out.
I know.
Go ahead and do that.
Okay, the average income in 1912 was $1,003. The average house set a family back $4,800. And mailing a letter costs only 2 cents. Oh my God, look what I do whenever I stick my hand.
You can see, get that dry over there. You can see, I have stamps that are 2 cent stamps. Somewhere. I've got Elvis Presley stamps.
You got Batman stamps?
Oh yeah, I've got Batman. Gotta have that Batman. The only sad thing about it is all the merchandise they make today for Batman is the newer movies. I don't really care for those. I like Batman, the series, when it was on back in the 60s. I remember one time when I was a kid and my mama was wanting me to take me to get my hair cut down the street because the lady down the street cut hair. And it happened to coincide with the time that Batman came on. Oh, I pitched a royal fit. Is it my turn? Yes. Wave that in your face and maybe you get... You're studying it. That's cheating.
I was not studying it. I was looking at the questions.
Okay, then.
I swear.
Okay, we're going to do planets and stars.
Oh my God, are you serious?
Okay, let's do this.
That's my worst subject.
What planet has the least explored is the least explored planet? What planet is the least explored planet in our solar system? A. Pluto, B. Mercury, C. Neptune, or D. Uranus?
I don't know. Uranus?
You think so?
I don't know.
I think it's Pluto. Oh, we're both wrong. It's Mercury. Earth has only sent one spacecraft to Mercury. In 1974, NASA sent Mariner 1 to explore the hot neighbor of the sun. Okay, this is gonna
Martin Van Buren was the hero of Street Gang, the
Buren Boys.
Buren Boys on which sitcom? A. Friends, B. The Big Bang Theory, C. Cheers, D. Seinfeld.
I'm gonna say Seinfeld. I'm gonna say D.
Yep. He was nicknamed after his hometown. Okay, for old Kinderhook, as well as the little magician for his adept political skill.
Okay, now it's my turn. Which modern device did Leonardo da Vinci not craft a similar design? A. A helicopter, B. A hydraulic pump, C. An elevator, or D. An underwater breathing apparatus. In other words, what the question is saying is he crafted the design of 3 of those, but not the 4th one.
I'm going to say an elevator. I don't know.
I'm going to say a helicopter. You ready?
Mm-hmm. I was right.
Elevator. Da Vinci was the first person to explain that the sky is blue because of how the atmosphere causes light particles to scatter.
I was talking about an elevator.
That's crazy. What in the world is it? I don't understand that.
Hollywood.
Go right for Hollywood. I probably used to know a lot of this stuff in my head until I fell at work that day, back in that fateful day in 2012, and hit my head on the floor and was off of work for 5 months. There you go.
Who is the only person with 5 stars on the Hollywood Walk of Fame? A. Walt Disney. B. Genia.
Who is the only person with 5 stars on the Hollywood Walk of Fame? A. Walt Disney, G. Gene Autry, C. Charlie Chaplin, and D. Clint Eastwood. I'm going to say Charlie Chaplin. He's a pretty popular fellow. I'm probably wrong. It's probably Disney.
Yep, you're wrong. Gene
Autry.
He's the only person to get a star in all 5 categories: film, television, recording, industry, recordio, and theater.
Radio and theater, recordio. You silly goose. Let me see here.
I just like to say that one.
Diseases. Okay, let's learn about diseases.
Mine's
The bubonic plague, I know the answer to this one because I did it for college a couple of years ago. Bubonic plague is just one of how many known types of the plague?
Huh?
Okay, the plague that hit Europe centuries ago, it killed off like almost a half of the population of Europe. There was different types of it, and one of those types was the bubonic plague. How many types of them were there altogether?
Read the answers.
A, 1 type, B, 3 types, C, 6 types, D, 10 types.
B or C.
You're going to say 3 or 6? Which one is it, A, B, or C, D?
C.
You're going to say C, it's 6 types? You're wrong. It's 3 types. 3 types. There's also pneumatic, 3% chance of survival, and symptomatic, dead in 14.3 hours. Bubonic is actually the least deadly. And do you know where that came from? You know where it originated? in Asia. It was transmitted through fleas on these black rats. And these black rats used to board ships. Like they'd jump across. They'd walk the plank.
Mama.
Okay, it's your turn.
Okay.
Yeah, look at mine.
In 1919, Boston suffered calamity when what's built in the city? A, oil, B, whiskey, C, farm waste, or D, molasses.
Huh?
Molasses.
In 1919? Well, I doubt it was oil. I'm going to say molasses.
Yep. A storage tank burst, letting loose a torrent of molasses that coursed through the street. What?
Coursed through the streets at 35 miles an hour. 21 people were killed by molasses. Can you believe that? 21 people were killed by molasses?
What is molasses?
It's like syrup, extra thick. And it's dark. And it's really, it has its own unique taste. I can't even describe it. In 1875, history's largest insect plague occurred when which pest invaded North America? This is 1875 now.
Uh-huh.
A killer bee, B, termite, C, locust, or D, moth. I know which one it is. Killer bee.
Termite? Yes.
Nope.
Termite, moth.
Please see it's locust. Locust. The swarm was 18,000 by 110 miles. No, 1,800 by 110 miles wide, and destroyed crops, wheat fields, laundry, and fence posts. The skies were pitch black when they gathered.
What are they?
They're bugs. They eat like plants and stuff like that. Look at this. I want you to check this out.
What are you doing?
Look, check that out. Her fake. This is her fake stick on her ear. She's practicing up because her birthday's coming up and getting her ears pierced.
Do me another question. It is. Just do another question.
Okay, we're going to do Hollywood. Hollyweird. Marilyn Monroe was married to basketball legend Joe DiMaggio, then this acclaimed playwright. A, Neil Simon, B, Tennessee Williams, C, Arthur Miller, or D, Eugene O'Neill. D, Eugene O'Neill. What are you going to pick? You don't know?
I only know who Marlene.
I'm going to say Neil Simon. Nope, it was Arthur Miller. He wrote The Misfits for her. It was ultimately her last film she ever completed. It was also Clark Gable's last film.
Wasn't she a singer?
She was an actress. And you know what was funny is her natural hair color, she was a brunette.
I thought she was blonde.
And I can't remember her. Norma Jean. That's what I think that's what her real name, her given name was Norma Jean. And when she went to Hollywood, she was just kind of fit in with everybody. She didn't have anything unique about her. Somebody had told her to dye her hair, to bleach her hair, and to change her name. So they gave her a stage name, which was Marilyn Monroe, and she bleached her hair blonde, and then she was a bombshell.
Okay.
Question me.
Let's see. In 1812, earthquake along what fault line caused the mighty Mississippi to run backwards? A, San Andreas.
That's San Andreas. Man, I can't believe you're a 6th grade reading level and you can't sound out words.
But B, Rampur fault line. C, Humboldt fault line. or D, New Barland fault line?
San Andreas fault line, Ramapo fault line, Humboldt fault line, New Madrid fault line. I'm going to say New Madrid. Yep, I was right. New Madrid. In 2012, exactly 200 years later, Hurricane Isaac caused the Mississippi River to run backwards yet again. That's pretty wild. There is actually, or used to be, up there by Ringgold, Georgia, going up back in the battle, coming up towards the back side of the battlefield, there is actually a creek that runs alongside the road that runs uphill.
The 11th and 12th presidents, James Polk and Zachary Taylor, were both killed by what? A
Where you got that? Tuberculosis.
B.
Cholera.
Cholera. C. Heart disease. B. Pulmonary.
Pneumonia. D.
How come it has a P in front of it?
I don't know, because they spelled it that way. I already told you, D. Pneumonia.
Oh. Yeah, I forgot the same page. No.
No? Smallpox? Cholera? Caffeine?
Cholera.